All right, today we're going to tackle a question that honestly sounds a little bit like magic. How can you possibly create motion out of thin air using nothing but electricity? Well, it turns out the answer is at the very heart of almost every single motor on the planet.
So here's the puzzle, right? How do you get something to physically spin just by using stationary wires and invisible electrical waves? I mean, it sounds like it just shouldn't work. But stick with me, because we're about to see exactly how it's done.
Okay, let's dive into this thing. The secret, it turns out, lies with the three main players in our story. Three distinct, perfectly coordinated electrical waves.
So let me introduce you to our waves, R, Y, and B. I want you to think of them like a perfectly choreographed dance crew. They all have the same rhythm, they rise and fall in exactly the same way, but they're intentionally out of sync with each other. Each wave hits its peak power exactly 1/3 of a cycle after the one before it. And that precise timing, well, that's the entire secret sauce right there.
Okay, so we've met our players. Now let's get into the rules of the game. We're going to look at two key diagrams from the source material that really help us see how they all work together to pull off something pretty incredible. To really get this, you gotta wrap your head around two main ideas. First, the strength of each of our three waves is always changing over time. That's the graph on the left. Second, I want you to imagine these waves are powering three electromagnets arranged in a circle, like the points of a triangle. Each one is physically pointing 120 degrees away from the others. This setup is what's going to create our spinning field.
Now, don't let the math scare you off here. These equations, they're really just the playbook. They're a super simple way of writing down exactly what we just talked about. It's a formula that tells us the precise strength of each of those three magnetic fields at any single moment in time. Think of it as our way of tracking the action, moment by moment.
All right, that's enough theory. Let's actually see this thing in action. We're going to follow the source material here and take 4 little snapshots in time, kind of like a flipbook, to see what happens when these three waves combine their powers.
Okay, first stop, we're looking at the very beginning of the cycle at an angle of exactly 0 degrees. Let's see what our combined field looks like at this very first instant. So right at this first instant, at 0 degrees, check out what's happening. The R wave has 0 power. It's basically off for a split second. But look at the other two, Y and B. They are very much active. One is pushing with a negative force, and the other is pulling with an equal and opposite positive force.
So what do you get when you add those two opposing forces together? Well, this diagram shows it perfectly. They combine to create one single unified magnetic field that points straight down. This is our starting line. This is position 0.
Okay, let's nudge time forward just a little bit. We've now advanced 60 degrees into the cycle. Let's take another snapshot and see how our picture has changed.
And just like that, the whole situation's shifted. Now it's the B phase that's hit 0, and in the meantime, R has sprung to life with a positive value, while Y is still pulling in the negative direction. The dance continues.
And this right here is where the magic really happens. When we combine these new active fields, the result is a combined field that has the exact same strength as before, but it has physically rotated 60 degrees clockwise. Get this, without anything physically moving, we've just created rotational motion.
Okay, let's keep this rolling. Does the pattern hold up? Let's jump forward again, this time to the 120-degree mark, and find out. And yep, you're probably starting to see the pattern now, right? It's like a relay race. The waves just keep handing off the work. This time, it's the Y phase's turn to take a break at 0, while R and B become our active pair. And would you look at that? The vector diagram confirms it. By adding these two fields together, our resultant field has clicked over another 60 degrees. It's just like clockwork, this smooth, predictable, beautiful rotation.
All right, one last snapshot to really drive this home. We're going to jump to the halfway point of the whole cycle, 180 degrees. Wait a second. This looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? The R phase is back at 0, just like it was in our very first snapshot. But notice the crucial difference. Y is now positive, and B is negative. Their roles have completely flipped.
And the result of that flip? Well, our combined field is now pointing straight up. That's a perfect 180-degree rotation from where we started. So there you have it. We've just proven, snapshot by snapshot, how these stationary waves work together to create a smoothly rotating magnetic force.
Okay, so we've walked through the whole process. What's the big takeaway here?
Well, the source material points to two absolutely incredible conclusions from all this. Okay, get ready for this, because this is the first mind-blowing part. Even though the individual waves are constantly getting stronger and weaker, going up and down, their combined magnetic field has a perfectly constant strength. It never wavers. It doesn't pulse, it doesn't stutter, it's just constant. And that steady, powerful force is exactly what you need to build a reliable motor.
And we've just proved it, right? Step by step. We have this field that has a totally constant strength, and it just rotates smoothly and perfectly through space. Now, our snapshots showed it in chunks, but in reality, this is a seamless, continuous, buttery smooth spin.
And this isn't just some cool party trick from a physics textbook. This single principle, this idea of a rotating magnetic field, it is the absolute foundation of pretty much every large electric motor on the planet. This steady clockwork rotation even has a special name. They call it synchronous speed. And here's the final piece of this amazing puzzle. The speed of this rotation is perfectly, absolutely locked to the frequency of the electricity that's powering it. If you change the frequency, you change the speed. And that precise control, that's the key to everything from giant industrial machines to the electric car you might drive every day.
So think about what we just did. We created a spinning, invisible force field out of nothing but carefully timed electricity. Which leaves us with one last, really powerful question. If you can make a magnetic field spin all by itself, what do you think would happen if you put another magnet inside of it? Well, the answer to that is the modern electric motor. And that changes everything.